Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome to the ETF2L AFS 2025 Grand Final Premiership. We've come a long way. It hasn't been as long as usual. It's been a bit of a shorter season, but we're all the way here now. My project and NANDEM facing off in the Grand Finals. My name is Wandem. I'm joined today by J-Max hosting production. Just finished eating some pasta. And we've got Beta joining me on the cast. How are you, Beta?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't watched my project play all season, so this is the perfect time to catch up on what they're up to, isn't it? Just perfect.
Yep. Me too. This is perfect. And then, to help us, I assume he has watched some of my project, we've got Mac here, do a bit of analysis work. How are you doing, Mac?
I'm alright. I haven't kept up too much of the season, but I mixed against them and stuff, and I talk to them, so I'm an insider. I know about all their problems and all their strengths. So we'll see what's up.
So I guess we can sort of start it off straight away. We're gonna keep J-Max rolling over here. He thinks he has time to eat his dinner, but what if we maybe had a map pick ban on our screen? I don't know if we actually have that graphic bad. Oh my god, look at that. So we had a bunch of map bans, and then we're playing Sunshine into Metalworks and into Process. Mac, you're looking at these maps. We're definitely gonna be seeing Sunshine and Metalworks. How are you feeling about these couple of first maps?
I don't know. It seems pretty fine. I think. I know Jordy really likes Metalworks, so that checks out to me. We'll just have to see, if there's any of the stupid speed shotting bullshit on the mid. But I mean, that's the second map. Sunshine should be pretty open game. Like both sides can win that. I don't know. I got not much else to say.
I don't know. I see some cowardice in here, right? Because what I'm always seeing is that Villa is the default map that people, they don't even ban it because they know no one's gonna pick it, right?
Yeah.
So whoever bans Villa first, unless it's like the very last ban, that means they chickened out. That means that my project was afraid that NANDEM was gonna pick Villa, so they actually banned it out instead of Snakewater and Process because they were afraid. So actual cowardice going on here from my project. Do you agree with my assessment?
Yeah, why not? I'll just say yes.
All right, fantastic. And also,
I don't know. I can't stand that. I can't believe they put that map in randomly. But
yeah, it's nobody's favorite map. I feel like.
Yeah.
Also, both teams just banning out cough maps immediately.
Yeah.
So none of that. But yeah, just basically very standard maps here. It's basically, wait, is Gollywash even in the season? I didn't see it banned out. I guess it is.
Yeah, it definitely is. I've definitely casted many Gollywash games, guys. There's about like 60 seconds left before we're gonna go live. So that means I'm gonna need you, Mac, and I'm gonna need you, Beta, to tell me who's gonna win this map number one.
Map number one. I say it's going. I'll say it's going NANDEM's way. Why not? I'll betray my boys.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just go the other way, just because I don't know. I looked up last time they played. It was a 3-3, so I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a score of 3-2 on Sunshine for my project.
Final. Yeah, last time these guys played, it was super close. Both teams taking home 3 points. No definitive winner there. And now we're playing a best of 3. We're gonna have to see who comes out on top. So okay, here's the thing. We're playing 3 pretty slow maps that we might be in for a bit of a slow one. I wonder, Mac, final thoughts here before we take you off the air. Are we gonna see a slow pace game, or are we gonna be pushing a little bit?
It's gonna start. It'll be cagey. It's a grand final. Like, I don't know. I don't think. And I can't put it into words, man. But it's gonna be slow. I'm gonna say it's gonna be slow. I'll leave it there. Game's gone live.
Alright, guys. Once again, this is ETF2L AFS 2025. All the way, grand finals here. This is NANDEM versus my project. We're live. The first middle here on Sunshine is Blank sitting there already. Just taking this across the point here, but Jordy with a super early bomb. Cafe takes down Arcades already.
Yep, waste no time there. And actually, Dowie is caught on the other team's side right now, so to just hold up in Flower. There's going to be some flankers coming in. I think there was a big air shot deny there, and eventually they do take down Dowie. Actually, Balder doing a lot of work. Like you said, a 2-on-1, not going to be able to win it, but they do get the enemy medic at the end of that. Arcade is actually going to spawn first, but has no one to heal, so it's not even gonna matter. It's gonna be exact same time they can start healing. So a very even mid here, but one that my project will come out ahead of. They're gonna get the first cap here, but hey, if the prediction was it's gonna be slow, then yeah, you got got your prediction come true right here, because no one team can really do anything right now.
So it's now NANDEM walking onto second, right? You can see him sort of peeking through. There's not really much of a contest from my project at all, as they can just kind of sit back, even Ubers, as you were saying. Other team really doing much for the moment, just sitting up on the mid for my project for now. I would not be that surprised if my project start trying to set up for a bit of a soldier stack here. The standard play coming onto Sunshine.
Yeah, it's you do have a couple of options the way you go from. You can send one through choke and one through flowers. You can send them both through choke. You can try to like go through flowers, circle around, land like near the house tunnel cafe area, and go back out. Try to do that kind of stuff, and then just hope you distract enough for the second soldier to get in. You can run a scout behind lines through flowers as well. You have a couple of options here to work with. And it looks like KN is definitely positioning himself to be a big distraction here. While Jordy actually comes in from the front, but he's going to actually go for the scout. He's not really fully in here. KN has gone down. Jordy is going to come out. Haunt, he chases them out as best as he can. Will he get the scout? Not quite. Actually will end up trading there with Jordy. So 2 players down right now for my project. They're going to have to be very careful here. Lardex comes in on the flank. This is very uncomfortable for them. Gets a nice rocket onto Vanu. Uber has come in here. Just going to be onto F. He can do some work, but Arcades just holding onto this Uber.
Yeah, this is really scary now. It's Dowie falling the post Uber as well. It's a big bomb coming into Arcades, but he just managed to pop the Uber, survive for now. So only one player gets in behind. I think that push, to be honest, it really starts with that damage onto AF as well. They come in, they get the couple early kills there. And AF falls down super low as well. That means that my project can't sit onto middle at all. And now it's just Vanu up on this sniper on second already. Body shotting away as they do manage to find that frag in onto Haunts. Gets a bit aggressive. Sitting onto second now. So, because Arcades popped there in the end, there's a hero bomb coming out from Jordy. It's actually even Ubers now. Not the end of the world here for my project. They're sat in their second. I think they're looking to maybe just stay in. Lardox, an early bomb, trying to go forwards, get some early damage across. It's decent damage dealt. Team not quite there to follow up.
And Devic goes in as well, way too far. Everyone else from this team was just way back out. He's going to be left out alone here, left out to dry. Gets taken down, 2 players down once again. We've seen this before. This is not a very comfortable situation, and they're just going to have to back out here. So with Uber advantage, they're losing the midpoint here. Quite unusual situation. Actually, they are going to just Uber in here. Demo Man comes in, Soldier, Scout, everyone's just bombing in. They're not really able to catch anyone there. Haunts, once again, tip of the spear, first to die. Don't really get anything, so really, really well played here from my project as they just kind of bait out this Uber, go back out, go back in. Now they have the full Uber at themselves.
Yeah, they managed to get these kills coming to mid. They don't have to pop it, and that's a really big success story. They have the early kill on the Haunts to work with, but they have a sniper themselves. It still makes that push a bit difficult, but now look at Jordy, the flank of a lifetime in through lobby, deals a lot of damage, and that's a dead Demo Man. Blank no longer alive. This is my project taking so much space, finally popping in Arcades! Just barely doesn't get into spawn. Now instead, it's a medic down and only 4 players up here for NANDEM. Second is not quite capped though for my project. I have to sit back, at least for now, regroup, but this is Dowie. He has an Uber advantage to build off of, but it looks like maybe they just want to keep pushing this with heals. It's still this Vanu up on the sniper. Hasn't really found that much damage quite yet. They're just scoping up, but it's an early kill here onto KN. Now ALX falling as well, and that should be the push called off. 40, 30-ish% advantage for Dowie, but this is 3 players down, and look at this soldier bomb.
They want the medic so badly. Dowie, desperately trying to escape, will actually manage to do so. Jordy's just going to hold the line here, ward everyone off, while Dowie just runs back out. And there we go. Actually really well played by him there to just buy his medic enough time. But Dowie does have the Uber again, and is going to get forced out here. And oh my god, Alex gets launched by the stickies on the ground. That Uber is going to get nothing done other than save your life. And you actually have re-aggression coming out here. They don't want to give this up and go back to last. I really like this. And Dowie gets bombed out by Lardox. This catches all the rockets perfectly. Everyone else is going to have to get out of here. Jordy's going to come in, see if he can be a hero. He cannot. Just completely stuffed by Pandemic. And there we go. Full Uber ad. This has been so back and forth, Wandom. I feel like every team time a team has an uber advantage, they just end up wasting it.
It's so hard, right? You're pushing into Sunshine, and you just have to turn so many corners. It's so easy for the enemy team to bomb forwards. There's the pressure now for NANDEM as well. With this Uber ad, it's still Vanu up on this sniper. Kind of a weird angle for them, as NANDEM are sitting in Cafe for now, but it's going to be called out as the Uber is not popped as the demo bombs through here. Vanu just putting their head in, or just staring at Joe as it's Jordy bombing in once again. No, he almost has now. We've stalled for long enough where I think my project thinks get back to last Uber charge in hand, and they're completely fine.
Arcades did go down to half health, holds on to Uber though, so they could still push with this. They have a one-man advantage, not really anything. They have an Uber, well, completely even. So it's probably not worth pushing here, unless you want an advantage. See Balder going down. Pandemic and Haunts might die as well. Looks like it's only going to be Haunts. So Haunts and Balder, they both go down. That means you can see snipers, that means you can see man threats. We could see some interesting stuff here going on. Definitely going to keep an eye on them here. Just going to be a scout spawning, and then what do we have here for the soldier?
Nothing.
Gunboats. Nothing.
Interesting. Do you see Jordy up on the spy as well, right? Just checking and making sure that no one's doing anything a bit weird here. But no off-glancers at all, but you can see how paranoid they're being. Af is up on the pyro, just holding the top right corner there, making sure that no one can come into that either. This is a bit scary now, right? This is a very, very hard last to break you on NANDEM right now, right? You can just see the amount of pressure. This pyro does so much work, denying these projectiles, making sure that you cannot hit this gun, which is just going to shoot down Haunts already. He's going to bomb forwards, not find anything, as the continued projectile spam comes across. Go back to the suspense.
Got some decent amount of damage there. Not quite able to get the Uber Force in, but a decent chance there. But yeah, absolutely. It was just such an obvious we're gonna do some off classes kind of sack play that they did before, where they pushed with no real advantage, right? So that's kind of why I was just so laser focused on it, and why Jordy was also doing that. We actually see a banner on defense. Is that KN rocking that banner? Oh, it's Jordy. Okay. Alright, I always keep forgetting which banner they ban. But this is the speed banner. The conch. Haunts just goes in, just gets completely warded off there by the sentry gun. Jordy, waste his banner. Dies out. He's gonna have to build that all over again. But the sentry gun and the pyro is just, it's such a strong setup, and there is even a dispenser pretty close by where you can just go and get extra ammo repeatedly.
Oh my god. Black just gets deleted there as well. The pipes coming in, and Af just perfectly timed to reflect. That's such a demo, man. This is pretty scary now for NANDEM. You see they back off the second immediately, not really wanting that much to do with lobby anymore. But how do you break this, right? The gun denies a bombing in soldiers so well. You see Haunts sacked in a couple times. He just gets completely deleted going in through this right side, and there we go. Sniper for Pandemic. I don't believe that Jordy's been on the spy in the meantime. They know that this is coming.
I'm honestly surprised that we didn't see a double soldier bomb into lobby. Usually, like, you have to be very careful with holding in lobby, because two soldiers can bomb in and they will just get the Uber Force out, right? It's just so difficult to dodge anything in there. It's very, very effective. And when your demo man is down, the doors are just open. So we didn't see that. They're just going to slow down. Pandemic's going to go for some snipes, see what he can do. I think he's going to have to play on the left side here. Like, the sentry, it's going to be so effective at just holding him off. At most, he can probably snipe out the pyro or something, right? That's probably not going to be the biggest of deals. So, yeah, he is playing on that left side. Lodox will get taken down. He was defending him. So, no real headway so far. This is such an Iron Man hold, but one side is relatively open, I want to say. Like where Pandemic is standing right now. It's a decent amount of open space that he has to work with.
Just sitting, staring, waiting for the hats to pop out those crates, at least for now, right? Just a minute and a half left before this round just resets. We go back to middles. Lardox trying to make a sack work there. It's not, just didn't quite to find anything. It's Pandemic peeking and just instantly getting piped by Alexa. That's him down now. Lardox once again going forwards. Actually, Doey on the low ground takes a lot of damage there. Has to go back into the spawn, but it's cleaned up by Vanu. Everything okay for now. And with a counter sack. Gonna be it for the moment. However, now this is 1 minute left. I think we're getting to the point where NANDEM can start looking to just take a trade anyway.
Haunts, I think he was trying to do a speed jump in there, but he failed it, so he just ended up sitting there awkwardly on the floor. Luckily for him, he was not really fully committed yet, so he can just walk out. It looks so funny when Blank is just spamming out these pipes and just keep bouncing back. It's 135 damage to get hit by your own reflect pipe. It's a lot of damage. It really hurts. And somehow I actually think if the pyro reflects it and tries to, you know, like reflect jump off of it, he takes like 160 self damage. It's way too high. I feel like that's a bug, but it is a real thing. That's super weird. So if you're a pyro and you see like a pipe on the floor, don't reflect it because it's just gonna basically kill you. It's so dumb.
It's 10 seconds left on the route timer here. It's still Pandemic up on the sniper. Gonna have to go for something, and they're gonna have to go really, really fast. This route timer just ticking down, and now Pandemic taken down by Stickies out of ALX. The pressure's coming out on this sentry, but there's a double soldier sack coming onto point. It's Lardok going in. This is gonna take him down, but it's too little too late. And there we go, Peter. We're just going back to mid.
Rock solid hold. There was just never any time where it looked even close. That was just unbreakable. Did the sentry even die at any point? I don't think it did.
It died when the round ended.
Okay, that doesn't count. Yeah.
No.
That is just usually step one in breaking these kinds of holes. Just spam down the sentry gun on like 3 different angles with like scout pistols and medic arrows and whatever you can think of, right? Just full commit to spam down the sentry gun with all your classes, but nope, didn't even get that. So we're on another mid here, and Jordy's going to be the first player to jump in. This time around, does not get the enemy medic.
No, but it's a lot of damage still dealt to Arcades. Has the bombs really far forwards there. Surf the rockets into the enemy team, but for now, it's Doey taken down from a good aggression coming out of the blue soldiers. That now App is on a bit of a tear himself. Bound 2 kills onto Horns. The HP from NANDEM's side is decent, and this is a 1 HP Vanu with no heals to speak of, so they're going to have to back off for now. This is 2 scouts stuck in a hard place. KN hiding in a corner here onto Tetris. Gonna have to bump forwards. He gets one shot at this before, and Arcade's actually scarily close. It's KN in onto high, and he just gets that force out immediately. You can sack in for now, I think, at least, but he's gonna opt to bomb in through behind here. Maybe his scouts have managed to get out in the meantime. He's just getting chased back, as I think re-aggression from my project can come in here onto middle. Midpoint is captured, but look at KN drawing people back, and it's aggression coming forwards now. Blank with a half HP. App still shooting. This is Jordy in as well.
Yeah, and they do have to keep in mind that Kane's going to come in from behind lines there. At some point, he has finally come in, but didn't quite time it right here. But yeah, Arcade's going to have to go back out. Everyone's been spammed out. Really nice hold here so far. They do only have one demo man to hold the choke, so it is a little fishy here, but yeah. Not enough players alive there for them to send any sacks in to try and get Doey. Doey with the tiny Uberat, probably not going to be enough, especially considering that they're down players. You really want to have soldiers here on Sunshine to just jump in and create space. And those soldiers were dead. So you can't really do that, can't initiate action properly. So it's going to be a bit of a wasted Uberat there. It was about 25%. Not the biggest of deals. It's pretty difficult to get in and use that kind of Uberat on Sunshine second. So I don't really blame them here. So actually, it's going to be another sniper play here from Vanu. He just wants to keep on doing this. And from what I've seen, Vanu usually has a lot of success on sniper.
Yeah, Vanu, good sniper. I'm surprised. On the Yak teams we're used to seeing Vanu play on, they love themselves a bit of classic gameplay. For the moment, at least, favoring the AWP. I feel like the classic is so weird because it's just one of those guns where, like, I guess it's technically a side grade, but Vanu's the only one that plays with it. And I feel like there's an extra tilt factor in dying to a classic.
Yeah, right. Like, just the fact that it doesn't do full damage unless it's fully scoped is so dumb. It can't headshot unless it's like fully charged up. It's so stupid. But you do have better spatial awareness when you're using it, right? Because you don't have to be zoomed in. That's like the one upside, and also whenever you kill people, they explode. No matter how you kill them.
That is an upside.
Yeah, 100% buff. But he's just playing in flowers now, kind of just edging his way in there, just walking in fully scoped. The rest of the team trying to defend him. Oh my god, those stickies! Yeah, perfectly played there from Blank. Just shuts it down. Team couldn't clear them in time, and looks like we might see Lardox try to go in for a play here. He's in on the flank very quickly. Haunts try it as well. Not quite going to be able to get it, so they're going to go back down here. See if Vanu comes back on sniper, if they try something different here. It looks like he's just going to be on scout. And actually, we have KN in. He's deep. Take down a scout medic. Wow, they must have not seen him there at all. Great bomb in there from him. Gets the drop. big plays out of KN, and that's going to be it. Actually, Doe has popped as well, but they could actually just take this all the way into last.
This is so scary here for NANDEM. It's Jordy super far forwards as well, but no damage really coming out of the rocket so far. It's decent damage onto the scout now. But spawners are kind of slowly coming up for NANDEM here. There you go. It's 2 players taken down already. Blanket Boulder biting for 2 is now without any scouts. There's just no pressure anymore. I think it was just a really nice bomb there in the end. Salvaging a bomb in onto Doe. It gets a lot of damage dealt. This is NANDEM now getting a bit aggressive, finding a kill onto Jordan as well. Now no Jordy up either. This is just my project. They were in on last. Now they're back onto mid.
You did mention that you thought it was going to be a slow game because both of these teams couldn't push last, and that has been quite true so far. Neither team able to really do a successful push. Very often when you're in these kind of situations. Actually, that's a spy. I just spotted him. Didn't quite time it right. I think he thought the medic was about to go into flowers. It was just a scout. Takes him down. That's fine. And you're gonna kind of end up trading 1 for 1 here. So Jordy has jumped in as well. Lots of distractions going on. If you can just distract the medic enough, you can just get in there with a pistol. And there we go. Soldier comes in, actually gets the UBERFEST out. So that's a 2-man sack for the medic pop. That can actually work. So not a bad play at all here, but they need to be very careful. And these 6v4 situations pushing into mid, they have resulted in the 4-man team going out of mid every single time.
Yeah, it's Jordy getting picked off by the really nice spam coming out there out of the projectile classes for NANDEM. Finding 2 extra, including ALX. This is going with a massive ad, but they can't push this anymore, right? Now with no demo, it's so hard to hold this for second. You're kind of using this Uber most offensively at this point. It's a lot of super aggressive bomb in as well. A lot of damage dealt in onto Vanu, but there we go. Uber comes out. 2 plays clean for now. As AF and KN find a third, and it's just 1 medic and a demo on the 2 mid.
They're so deep,
slightly separated, and Blank not hitting the pipes at all, and that means Arcade shut down as Black finding 1 onto Jordy, but this is effectively a wipe here on mid, just 1 Lardok in behind. It's him versus the world for the moment. The 2 spawners up, but they're nowhere near.
That was the bravest Uber, because they were just overextending into enemy territory, and it was just not going to work unless they killed everyone. Fortunately for them, they absolutely killed everyone. The Lardok's going to be the last one to fall. They actually sent down a lot of players just to clean them up, pick up the rest of their team, and now they're going to go in as a full team here with good heals. Perhaps going to be screaming in through choke, and you can see you have a sniper and a single scout just to spot here in second. So they're not even going to put up a fight here. And the sooner they realize that on my project, the faster they can get in there and actually push the latch with them. And it looks like they are going to be able to get that. So this is a really good opportunity. Is this going to be the time that they actually push line to last? Centigon's actually on the right side from the defender's perspective. Not in the big power position here. They haven't spotted it so far. So this Uber has not dealt with the Centigon just yet. There we go. Finally gets it down. Gets odds as well. Nice shot there from Jordy. Point is being pressured. Nothing's contesting it. That's just going to be that.
That's a crucial round on the board there for my project. The heavy is up for NANDEM, but it's behind the walls. We can't contest the point at all. And there we go, just 2 scouts. You saw that time throwing the cap so fast. And my project, they finally pounce on the Uber ad. They make it work, and there we go. Round up. This has been a very slow game, and this now for NANDEM getting a bit tricky. It's still 10 minutes, 30 seconds. You have time. It all starts with a mid-fight victory. Not really been as successful as they probably would have liked so far on these middles as NANDEM back onto middle once again, facing early spam out of KN here. Hits a really nice rocket onto Arcades, and that's so much pressure coming through. Jordy hitting, and it's the pistol spam getting him down to 3 HP, but he's alive, and is Doe falling in the counter play as well here for NANDEM. No real further frags being found for my project at all. Vanu take it down, and I think maybe it's just AF here trying to go in through Cafe, be the hero, be the man, but unfortunately it's not big enough. And there we go, decisive mid victory for NANDEM, who are looking to respond, and they have to do it quick.
Yeah, the pressure out of Jordy was pretty good. The damage was fine, but there was just no real follow-up from the rest of his team. It just kind of became a big clusterfuck of a fight immediately there. And as it was, it just really turned out well there. As soon as Doe went down, they just all coalesced around Arcades, and that's a really solid way here. So now it's going to be in the opposite side, a full Uber push. Centric same spot as before, actually. So it should be interesting to see how this turns out compared to before.
Yeah, the Uber's coming in now. Blank once again. Sentry Gun is taken down, but there we go. A bit of a parachute coming out just to kind of delay NANDEM for now. As the Soldier Bomb now comes forward here, denied by this Heavy, who is up and way further forward. So the Heavy deals where the Sentry could not. Take it down early, but that Heavy, so much counter pressure. You can't take down the Soldier either. This is a single Soldier Bomb coming through from Lardox. In onto Doe, he does manage to get the Force. That's all he needed to get. NANDEM now, once again, Uber advantage in their favor. One player down. Should be looking now. Just regroup on mid, and you can take this right back in.
Yeah, this is one of those fun situations where the Ubers don't line up. So it's about 50% to 100%, right? Usually fun seesaw situation. That last push, by the way, there was just no point pressure. Oh my god, the double air shot onto Hans, and Hans doesn't die. There's no justice in this world. Just like, stop, please. It's hey, Hans, you survived that. And you get to go in again. Jump KN, do it. Do it, my man. And actually, Jordy's gonna just go into the air. Oh,
that's the most toxic thing I've ever seen from Jordy, by the way. Just a full, like, straight up counter jump into the parachute. That's crazy.
Yeah, the pencil is the most pencil you will ever see. Hey, they have an Uber now.
Yeah, this is actually coming in. They're being really aggressive with this. As Horn's taken down early by the gun as well. A lot of pressure here onto ALX, however. Taken down decently low for now. This is spam coming out. Now you're down a Soldier, though. It makes this last a bit harder to push. But they're really on NANDEM here, just trying to force it. Teleported down. This is absolutely massive, but unfortunately, not Pyro up. Jordy traded, however, once again. So this is now NANDEM looking to just continue on the pressure. They are playing so aggressively here onto right side, but Lardox now taken down by a sticky bomb there as well. And decent rocket onto Boulder. Doesn't find a second one on his former teammate. That means, unfortunately, it's out for now. Just Haunts up, spamming on a gun, gets a dispenser, and this is maybe a potentially Nest unraveling a little bit. Look at the health bar.
Arrives though. It's gonna protect that gun, and again, the gun is just doing so much work. They cannot take it down. Kind of crazy. I really feel like all of those players on the left side in the big door going in, they probably should try to focus the sentry on. Try to see if they can shoot some rockets at it, just so they can take down the sentry. Because if the sentry had gone down there, it would have just allowed them to come in from both sides, and it would have completely collapsed the defense. But as it is, Sentry Gun holds strong. Sentry Gun is actually down now, and there we go. Oh! Immediately, Hans and Lardox just come in, get the Uber Force out.
Yeah, this is really, really big for NANDEM. Gun is down, Uber is out, and that means that AF on this sniper is the last line of defense. They don't have soldiers up. That means at least for now, NANDEM are going to sit back just a little bit and wait for this to come back up. Now, when the soldiers join, they have big advantage. Gun is slowly going to be rebuilt, but it's going to be way less strong, and all they have to deal with, no longer a Pyro, just this sniper here, holding the top left corner. So he's just staring in for now. It's about 3 minutes left on the round, 6 minutes of the map, and NANDEM really feeling the pressure here. Uber comes out onto Blank early on, does not spot the gun, as instead now he's just going to shoot at nothing, as Vanu's gun is taken down, as KN taken down on top as well, but Arcade piped down by ALX for now. Jordy in the counterplay as well, but this Lardox bombing in onto a Heavy does so much damage as AF finally cleaned up, just Boulder left alive, and this is a 1v3 scenario, cannot win it. Don't remaining alive, medic. That means 100% Uber.
Yeah, again, these pushes have been so difficult for them there. I kind of like Jordy's approach, where just equip the parachute and then just float around and just take so much attention and time to get killed. And then by the time they're able to turn around, there's still like a fully buffed Heavy. And there we go, Pandemic takes down Vanu. He's rocking the sniper now. He can do it as well. It's going to be pretty awkward now. They're going to have to basically pop through choke here, through the flowers, and they're going to have one scout left to cap it out, so they can't like push on. But it looks like they might just completely call off the push here. I'm kind of surprised, just losing one scout. You can absolutely push without that, but they just didn't want to deal with the sniper there.
Yeah, this is my project really just trying to stall this out, right? There's 4.5 minutes left. What else can you do? You're up around. The pacing has been so slow. Honestly, completely fine to give up a second if that just allows you time to go back to last. At this point, you can't even reset the round and go back to mid. It's allowing them to go for this Vanu spy play. In behind already. This is an arcade back turn, and that's a 2k for Vanu coming forward there. Kill onto Pandemic as well means the sniper is down, and this is disastrous here for NANDEM. They don't have time to play for this anymore, and this is now Doey. Massive advantage going on to middle.
single soldier behind lines. They need to keep that in mind as they push in here, but I think they've spotted Lodox pretty well. They're just going to cap it out here. The more time they waste, just the better situation they're in. Actually, there's going to be a full-on aggression here. Hans is in. Ubers have been popped out. Demoman goes forward. Actually, it just ended up being just a single soldier sack here, and Hans is eventually going to get taken down, but he did a really great job there. Did so much disturbance here as KN and Jordy will both come jumping in. And one of them has gone down already. Jordy might not belong for this world either. No, he is fine. And they are actually going to just buy enough space for them to cap out the second point. And this is one of these awkward situations where you're behind. There's 3 minutes remaining. Do you actually push out here? Do you ever want to push out at last? Vanu's going for the back cap though. He's just fighting a soldier on last. Can he do it? Not quite here, but this is so uncomfortable, Wander. But they kind of have to push.
Yeah, they kind of have to, right? As you're saying, they don't have time anymore. They need to get another round on the board, and that means that they're being so aggressive with this. Dowie doesn't have an Uber, and Arcades has just about gotten it right now, so it is kind of okay here for NANDEM to at least take their second, but they don't have time to just sit back and enjoy the stalemate. You now have to keep the pressure up. There's one mode of gameplay left for them, and that's just pressing the W key. Unfortunately, been completely successful so far. They've had a bunch of tries as well with a big Uber advantage. Now it's reset even again, and it's Horns bombing in through Pally there, getting a lot of damage dealt. It's actually killing to Vanu, opening the door for Lardox to come forwards as well. Kill to Jordy doesn't quite come through either, as KN living now. We're going forward, but this is a kill into Lardox. Now Horns with the counter bomb does go forwards onto ALX, is dead. That means with the soldier down, I don't know. I'm not quite sure that my project can hold this, but no! It's Mike falling in this Uber trade. This is so weird. No one's up for either team. Is so low with a 26 HP medic. You could be able to lead him out for now. And they barely managed to wrestle control in middle, but now, once again, Beta, we have to keep going.
Yeah, that was so weird. They just milked that Uber like it was a prize cow. Just waited forever, basically until only one player was alive to use that Uber. And it's very difficult for a single scout to completely clean up the entire enemy team. And as it is, hey, they're making progress. 2 minutes now. It was 3 minutes before. They've gotten 1 point basically for every 40 seconds. On that pace, they're doing fine. They can absolutely get this last cap, and they're getting ready to go in here. I kind of like going in before the Ubers even come into play. And Hearts, he's going to wrap around, get KN. This is great stuff by them. Actually takes down Vanu as well, who's trying to help him out. This is great, Wanda. They're outplaying them so hard.
They have an opportunity, right? It's not an Uber advantage, but it's good enough. It's 2 players down, and that means that suddenly there's a bit of light for NANDEM to grasp onto. They don't really have time to think. You just kind of have to keep on going. After now, up on the heavy. No time for an engineer. Vanu's still on it, looking to see if they can maybe get some kind of gun built up. But look at the soldier pressure coming out. Gun down already now. This player's pushing in onto right side here. Early on, as the Uber comes towards, Arcade drops down dangerously low. Counter now for Dowie comes out, but there's a very low soldier as everyone else forced to get flashes, and now a fully buffed app on the point, and there is no one in for NANDEM to try and contest this heavy at all, who stands old strong. The minute left. They've got another push in them here, but it's going to be even Ubers.
Yeah, that's kind of the big problem. They are going to send in soldier here. All right, good try there from Hans to try and get out. Not really able to get it, but this is going to be a tough nut to crack because, as you said, it's even Uber. They can't just like build it fast and hope that works. It's easier to build on last, basically. And so you just kind of have to push, I think. Just hope you can get in here and win the fight before Ubers even come in. But you need to get your way through these very tight doors. You have a Pyro and a Sentry Gun. It's only a level 1, but it will absolutely push you back and do a ton of damage if you just try to muscle your way through. But they're going to through the other door now. They've actually dodged the Stingy Trap. I say that as Pandemic dies to a Stingy Trap. And hey, Sentry Gun has gone down. They're putting pressure onto the point. Balder wants so bad to get in here. Ubers come in now. There's about 7 seconds remaining. You have like 2 seconds after this.
Oh my god. They have to just keep on pressuring this, but it's Boulder faltering on the point, and that means the cap time just runs out, and that's my project with a very, very slow, grindy map number 1, taking the victory there on Sunshine. They're now up a map. There's 1 map away from a Premiership victory to Jordy. How would that make you feel, Mac?
I was right about being slow, though. That's the one thing.
Nailed that.
I mean, I don't know. Does anyone know if NANDEM has played like with this 6 yet? I genuinely don't know.
This is the same lineup they used in the semifinals.
Okay, yeah, so at least they've done that. But like throughout the season, they weren't. I don't know. Geordie's team, their top seed, they've had 6 for 2 months now. Should be going their way. This result makes sense. I think even people at NANDEM would say that, like, given the circumstances.
Yeah, I actually forgot which map pick this was, so I can't even answer that.
This was NANDEM's pick.
Okay, interesting. All right, so not even a consolation prize there, and we go from Sunshine into Metalworks, so that's even. I would say those maps play pretty similarly. I don't know if you agree with that, but it's not like you can say, oh, it's just stylistically not their map. Now we go to Metalworks just completely differently, right? That doesn't seem to be something that's going to work out.
The mid's completely different is the big thing. So I think the mid is super soldier dependent. So we'll see what the soldier combos cook up. I think going super fast, at least one soldier is super strong. It's oppressive, I can say, as a guy who plays demo and med. Not fun to play demo and med on that mid. So
yeah. I think I call it the Bruceman skip or whatever, like where you just have a speed jumping soldier in your face.
Yeah,
it's fast.
So nasty.
Yeah, do you think we're just going to see KN do that every mid?
He should be. I think, ideally all 4 of the soldiers should be, but it's not always the case.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say.
I kind of want to hear your opinion on this. We saw a lot of last pushes, even some with Uber advantage. And it seemed like both teams really struggled to get these last pushes working. What do you think they were doing wrong in those pushes? And what could they improve on this second map to maybe try to help them get some better pushes going?
Sunshine's like a sort of hard one. There's a lot of distance to cover. The sentry gun can be in like 3 different spots if you don't spot right. And sometimes even if you spot, you can't get the information because sniper stops you spotting. It's going to be more of the same on metal. It's hard to spot into this last. But the gun doesn't tend to have as much variance. Other things are like people pull out the pyro on the hold, stuff like that. So could be more of the same. I think metal is a bit easier to push than Sun with the full ad.
Yeah, it's easier to pressure the point, isn't it? Like you can't stand behind the point and contest it properly the same way you can in Sunshine, where you just jump in.
The big thing is there's just less space. Like once you're through the door, you're through. Like on Sunshine, I feel like you have to jump in as demo, but like when you jump in, the sniper shoots you for 150, or like even if you're Ubered and he shoots you, like stops all your momentum, you stop covering ground. Sentry gun knocks you back, all sorts of stuff. Like it's not a fun last to push.
True. All right. Okay, and then I want to know. We talked about this nasty skip jump. What's the counterplay as demo, man? Like how do you try and counterplay it?
I think the counterplay is to go as fast as you can, and like, it's not even to. Sorry, that's a lie. It's not that. That like would have been like that's like the norm on like every other map, but like this is a map where like a soldier gets it like at the same time as you. So I think that the counterplay is to just not fight them. Like they're above you. They have too much health. I don't know. It feels awful, but that's how I play it. Like, I don't know. I get kind of stomped on by that stuff.
So just Scalco kill.
Yeah, sort of just stay healthy and cower away in lobby and cry like a little bitch. that's my counterplay.
All right, I'll pass the message along. Let's hopefully learn something.
We'll see if they even do it.
Yeah. We shall see. So. Metalworks, we obviously have like the second point as well. We usually see a bunch of really big soldier bomb in there, and I've definitely seen KN do really well in those situations, and Haunts as well, where you just go into the skybox and then you just land either on the medic or on the demo or go behind lines, cause some trouble. It's a lot of pressure going on, and in that way, I feel like it's quite similar to Sunshine, where you can play in the flank and go for a big bomb, and we've kind of seen that already. I really liked in one of the very last pushes where we saw basically, I can't remember if it was Lardox or Haunts, where he just wrapped around and went in and flanked the flank, basically. As he jumped in through choke and then he landed in flower. Yeah, that was Lardox.
Mid to second, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to see more of that, because just picking off the flank like that is usually enough to just get enough of an advantage that you can push them back. Like, sure, you're not dropping the medic, but you're gaining a point. So I want to see more of those kind of plays where you just targeting flanks or areas that you're not expecting. So you're not just obviously going for the medic or the demo every time, right? Because those are the premium picks. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I want to see.
When that happened, I was sure it was going to go 1-1, but like the push just sort of petered out when they got towards last. They didn't like manage health right or something against the heavy. Don't know what it was. Didn't go right.
Yeah, it didn't quite have the focus fire, didn't quite get enough space, didn't manage to lock out the respawners from spawn. There's a lot of things, right? You could play the point more heavily. And whatever the thing was, it just didn't quite manage to go in. And that seemed to be a big theme so far in this match, where they're just not quite able to hold on to the advantage to make these pushes work, because we saw a lot of back and forth where they would lose Uberat, jump in, and then kind of fail, and then the other team would go in and they would also kind of fail to make use of their Uberad. So very messy so far and very slow, just like you predicted. Do you think this map's going to be faster?
The only reason it'd be faster is if there's like a lot of mids. And like both sides have like been losing their med like a decent amount. And usually when it happens, the other side's one tends to live, was like the pattern I saw at least. So like that can lead to like some crazy high variance, you know, if just one team wipes on mid, one team keeps like their combo up in a med. So if they are putting away the last pushes, which wasn't the case on Sunshine, it could be a faster match, but otherwise it'll be about as slow as the last one, I reckon.
All right, yeah. So we're hoping for Granary syndrome of just getting rolled.
Yeah.
All right, I can dig that. So, you know, you predicted that that NANDEM were going to win the first map. We saw. So, do you think they're going to be able to take the second one?
Probably not. I probably should have went with went with my project. So I'm gonna switch sides. I reckon Jordy should win this map. Rather, not him singularly. Maybe that. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if they play with the same kind of desperation that they did in those last pushes, I really think NANDEM could actually do something. It really seems like, when they play with that kind of intention, it just like the entire team locks in and they have like one vision. So, but I don't know if they can do that. So I think I will actually agree that I also think my proc is gonna win this, and we're all gonna get an early night, even though I did wake up 2 hours ago. So I don't know. Warden, do you have any hot takes you want to get out of here before we go live?
I think I tend to agree with you both. I think just sort of judging from that first map, it probably will just be my project 2-0, and that's all the caster cursing I can give it, I think. So,
I feel 3-1 if we can do specific numbers. This map stinks of a 3-1 to me. I just want to be right about
my
that.
project?
Well. Yeah, 3-1 my project.
I'll go 4-2. I think it's going to be faster. That's maybe that's coping and hoping, but hey, the world could use that sometimes.
What's the last map if it goes there?
Process.
Okay. Now,
get the fun map last. Yeah. All right, we're live here. We're going to mid. This is the ASL Grand Final. We've got NANDEM versus My Project. My Project took the first map in a blistering fast 1-0. Let's see if they can keep it up here. If they win this map, they will be the grand champions. Want them to take it away on this mid.
We're already in it. It's a very, very early bomb in from KN, as we predicted. Straight in onto Blanket. That's a demo down immediately here for the side of NANDEM. Health bars soon to follow as well, as Lardox is it going to eat a lot of damage. Look at where Arcade's positioning down low. Means that Horde just comes in with a really nice follow-up bomb there, getting in onto Doin. That means that somehow, some way, Crisis slightly averted it for NANDEM. They managed to keep Arcades alive, at least for now. Sitting up in lobby, but this is a lot of ground to cover with the Uber advantage that they do now have. Look, they're forced all the way back into their lobby here.
Aldo desperately trying to do as much damage as he can. Actually has scared them off of second here, the respawners to come in. So it would have been really nice there if they could have taken second point and just slowed them down even more, right? But as it is, they can't do that. They're going to just go back to mid, get some heals, and then get ready to try and see if they can force Arcades into doing a bad Uber here. It's going to come in here with the demo man. Blank jumps forward, tries to see if he can catch anyone out. Unable to find anyone though. This is an expertly crafted retreat here. Ken might still die, but he is doing his damnedest to try and get out of here alive. And actually Haunts gets baited into this. Lars comes in as well. Will manage to take down the demo man. That's pretty decent actually. And there we go. The push continues.
Yeah, the push is now going to continue in on towards lobby. As demo down means that this is just a counter Uber coming towards here out of Doughy, at least for now. Pandemic and Lardox both falling into this counter, but this is kind of fine for NANDEM, right? You keep your medic alive, keep your advantage onto Arcades, and 2 players down means it does look like My Project are going to at least try to get in onto the middle here. It's a very nice upwards direct there from Jordy, but unfortunately, that much follow-up means that they just have to walk back onto their own second, and now Arcades, big Uber advantage, but once again, big ground here to cover.
You're gonna have to take some big steps here if you want to get to Doughy in time. This Uberat is just shrinking by the moment here. KN goes for the big double jump in, tries to get the sink, not able to land it. But this is an absolute classic. Just these walls are just so high, you can just do the biggest double wall jumps there. Just get in there, really high in the skybox. If you don't look up, you're just not going to see the soldier coming. And if you sync up the rockets properly and you actually manage to hit the medic, he's just going to die here. But unable to do so far, but they're actually going to continue pressure in here until last. Lardox will go down, but look at this, both scouts on the point. They're doing so much pressure here, but I'm kind of failing to see what they're trying to achieve here. They're not going to get it right. Hans gets air shot again. Just going to be a 4-man sack, essentially.
The 4-man sack trying to get something. They managed to find the gun that Manu had built, but unfortunately for them, not enough for NANDEM. They probably also looking for a bit of a medic kill there as well, right? Going in onto last, trying to get that sack forwards. Not finding it, not even getting some kind of a force. So now instead, it's even Ubers, but we're just back on second here. Project taking it, but not looking to go any further for now. This is just Lardox bombing in once again, in onto second. Decent damage dealt and out. Now, soldiers are counter-bombing a little bit, but they're just going to sit right back up on second. We're just going to sit here forever. It's Lardox pressuring. Getting shot back. I think we just see trading, but look at the health on ALX. It's low. Devilman falling quite low, a bit dangerous. A very tense situation. Neither team really breaking.
It's the classic setup with the scout lower, one soldier on both sides. Just all pressuring at the same time, pressuring to go in. If you lose focus at any time, you can just lose it, and there we go. There's a good bomb in here from Lardox. Gets right in onto Doughy, unable to hit those rockets just in time, but a good effort nonetheless here. And we might see some counter pressure coming in as they've just retreated completely to mid here. NANDEM just going to set up, try to see if they can stop any counter bombs, but the counter bombs will not come here as Hans is actually in again, just not even going to wait.
Oh, it's a really nice couple rockets there onto Doughy. Unfortunately, he's just a bit far back. I feel like if Haunt is like slightly closer there, those rockets do so much more damage, right? And suddenly that gets really scary. He lives on 50 HP, that means each rocket does 20 more damage? It's a dead medic.
Yep, absolutely. It was just the fall-off damage there. Just a bit too much, but the rockets were on point. And it was a very odd timing there from Hans. It was just, it didn't really make sense to go in at that time, and that's why it worked so well. No one was really set up to try and knock him out off course or kill him in time. So it's a good opportunity, but so far, soldiers haven't really found any success, but it really feels like just a matter of time here. As Lardox, once again, going to come in here with a big bomb in, just gets all the attention in here. But actually, Jordy and Vano, they're going to try and just catch out Hawk, but Lardox does the same thing, jumps in from behind. I was looking for these plays, and they're actually doing it, but Blake goes down. Arcades is alone. Okay, finally meets up with Boulder here. But both teams are in quite the pickle right now.
Yeah, this is so weird. Once again, it's sort of the flank play on the flank play on the flank play. It gets really weird. And Blank goes super aggressive. I think maybe a bit of sort of weird calls for the side of NANDEM. Blank really wants to go super aggressive, but unfortunately, team not there to support him. And now, sort of in the fallout as well, it's Holtz going super far in and getting that force onto Doughy. No real counter at all. There's 2 players down for NANDEM. They have to be so careful.
Jordy just hits the fattest speed jump there. Absolutely just comes rocketing into the enemy's face. Like, Arcades must have just seemed like a heat-seeking missile out of Jordy there. He's going to pop it out, and there we go. All of this stuff happened, and we're just back in a situation where basically nothing happened. Ubers are gone, but other than that, we're back to square one.
Yeah, once again, but this time around, right, neither medic has Uber here. That makes these soldier bombs a lot more dangerous. The early spawn there from Haunt as well, really wanting to soften up Dowie before the bomb from Lardox comes in. He's just going to go in behind in through lobby here, but that's KN going in the exact same time, but this time around, the flank working out a lot better for my project here. 2 players falling already. It's only 1 kill into Geordie, but look at the aggression coming through.
Oh,
Blank,
no.
Pandemic all falling. This is a combo completely wiped away. Arcades, he doesn't have an Uber soul. That means he can't get the Uber. He's out. A wipe onto NANDEM. My project is striking.
Stuck on 78% without an Ubersaw. That is just tragic. You know, I have this theory that we see way fewer Uber drops these days just because people aren't going for the hero saws, right, to try and save themselves. But Hans gets the hero shot instead onto Dowie. Situation saved.
Oh my god. Well, he's finding another one as well. Wait, he's making a bit of a show of it. Beta, all you had to say. This is a proof that you've been casting for a while. Your casting curse is so strong you can say we don't see medics drop anymore, and then instantly Dowie drops to a sniper play. So KN sat in house now, right? Just sort of waiting for somebody to come in, someone he can pounce on. But this sniper from Haunt doing a lot of work here. It's just KN in onto Arcades. There's so much damage, just quite find the kill though. And this is now NANDEM. They seemed really far out of it, right? But that sniper from Haunt is so big. Kill onto ALX. Not too bad either. This is NANDEM once again. Tempo very much in their favor.
Medic and Demo, those are kind of the people you want to kill. I agree. If you want to pick a target, those are the ones you would pick. So, Soldier again onto Arcade. Oh my god.
Oh!
Just the perfect timing out of Geordie. Just finds it. And, yep, Caster's Curse continues. Medics are just absolutely falling all over the place. Baldur is still kind of in a weird situation here. Ladas comes in and still hasn't really found anything. This is such an awkward situation. You can see Dowie is just desperately trying to hold on to the Uber. The Demo Man's behind lines as well. So he's flanking them, but he's about to be flanked himself by a soldier. There we go. He goes down. And Dowie doesn't care about that. The body shot comes in.
Oh, Dowie tries to hold on for so long, but it's such an awkward position for him, right? He can't go back, he can't go forwards. NANDEM realize that they lose that medic there. The only real choice that they have is just to keep trying to sack in onto Dowie. And instead of going for that all-in-one, everyone in at the same time, they send in so many players at once from all these different angles. Dowie just stuck in the corner, and they just barely managed to squeeze out that drop in the end. And that now, it saves the round completely for NANDEM, who aren't on middle still at all. They're stuck on their own second, but at least they have an Uber advantage. It is an advantage technically, right? But it's 20%. But they're still in this, right?
Yeah,
Chaos.
it's an advantage in as far as they can't get pushed, but they also can't really push themselves on this type of advantage. You need a much bigger one. Like maybe on Gollywash if you catch them out in choke or something, right? Maybe you could do that, but other than that, I don't really think it's something you really push on here. Geordie gonna get pushed back. Actually dies.
Oh.
Very surprising there. I was not expecting him to die. He landed right on top of Dowie as well. I don't even see him miss an arrow or anything. But Hans is going to go down here. The pressure is pretty nice overall. But eventually, it was just all a big show to try and get Hans in there to get onto Dowie. Unable to do so. They're going to retreat. We're going to go back here. So, are we going to see some sniper shenanigans again? Or maybe some other kind of off-class. We could see a banner as well. This is a pretty decent banner point, because if you're holding on the bridge, you can just kind of peek your way in through lobby, and then there's usually going to be a soldier in there. Then you can just splash damage over and over again, right? So it's pretty decent.
It's pretty fine. We'll have to see if the tempo of the game slows down that far. It's already 3.5 minutes left on this round timer. That means maybe just the banner taking a bit too long and not really electing to go for it. Instead now, my project out of alleyway as Geordie's going to go in for a bit of a bomb in, but that's a scout right in his face, making sure that he can't get any further forward to
He's on
reloading
the
and setting back up. It's KN going in for a really big bomb. Doesn't really find much of anything. This parachute does numbers on the enemy mental, it looks like.
Yeah, he definitely has the high ground just 100% all the time, but I think he's about to go down. I'll save himself from fall damage. It's neat. As not really anything else against it. Dowie gets jumped there. He absolutely has to pop there. Milliseconds away from dropping once again. Arcades, he's not retreating. They're just ready to go in, and they're just gonna take the double scout chariot into mid. They haven't really found anything, but they also haven't been forced to pop either. So this is a pretty great situation for NANDEM.
yeah, they're just taking space, and then eventually, right, Haunt is not up with them, so they can kind of delay this push ever so slightly, wait for their second soldier to come back, and then launch the counterattack. As now, it's 100% Uber here for the side of Arcades, walking in through alleyway already, just a singular scout in Boulder, sort of scouting out the enemy team, at least for now. Jordy, once again, is up on this parachute, does a little bit of work, but unfortunately, AN dropping super low. Vanu now, all bets placed on this level 1 sentry gun on a second that does absolutely nothing. But he's delayed for long enough. Look at Doe's Uber advantage.
Definitely going to get it in time here. They are still one man down, so if they continue to bleed players to some pressure, this could still be a pretty decent push here. They try to take down KN. KN just barely going to be able to dodge that. Hasn't gotten an arrow just yet. Okay, finally gets it. I was getting scared that he was going to get picked off here. But it is going to just slow down a little bit. They're going to have to set up again. We'll see if they send in some players. It really feels like NANDEM, they like sending in some Suiciders and then just going for the weird off classes with either parachutes or Mantrid. Mantrids are pretty popular on Metalworks last, I want to say, because it's pretty easy to jump in and then just jump into the sentry gun. But yeah, Lodok's going to have the opportunity to switch here as well.
It's Haunt spawning right now, but with that second soldier dying on the side of NANDEM, shot down by AF, means that, oh my god, Vanu's just doing that for fun. I think Vanu's the only one in Europe as well that runs the Eureka effect and like teleports around a little bit. It's really funny. Okay, and now it's going to take the spawn opportunity just to make sure that no one's on an off-class side of NANDEM. Haunt has obviously at this point already shown us this map. Very capable should he wish to swap onto the sniper instead. They keep onto the soldier. You can see the soldiers now taking their buffs. I think we're looking at another soldier double sack here. It's Haunt bombing in very, very high. Instantly shut down by that gun. Ladok's nowhere near. I think that's the sack they solved. At least for now, my project's still holding on. Just 3.5 minutes left now.
Yeah, I actually really like the Eureka effect because he's also running the revenge crits, right? He has one at least right now. His sentry gun got an assist. But basically what it allows you to do is like you can kind of push out with your team and then you can just teleport back and switch off really fast, right? Because normally when you push out as an engineer, you're fat and slow and you can't get back in time to switch and then you're kind of stuck on it and it's bad. But with the Eureka effect, you absolutely can just push out. If, you know, the team sends in 2 soldiers or something, right? Your sentry gun kills them, you push out very aggressively and then you just use up all your crits and then you just teleport back and switch. So I really like it. There we go. More revenge crits that's been built up. He has 3 of them now at least, as both soldiers have gone down. So let's see if Vanu's up to anything. Not yet.
It's just AF up on the sniper, at least for the moment, right? Getting a lot of damage, right? Like, you can see Blank peeking through the shutters there as the soldier bomb was coming in, really hoping to support his soldiers and maybe sort of getting a sentry pick or something of the like. But instead he just gets body shot by 150, and that means that he just has no HP to really come in and assist his teammates, and that means soldier bombs all completely flat.
Well, speaking of body shots, Pandemic, actually, they held the door open for him. So he's going to go for the sniper here. Let's see if he can get anything that does 150. Perhaps onto a medic, maybe. Perhaps.
Ooh. Seen in the past, a little peek in through maybe far right, onto an enemy medic. But this is a KN sitting right on the top here of that. That makes it so much harder for the sniper to peek. KN, you can see he's just sat right there, right? So instead, maybe rotating over towards the main door. But you, unfortunately, can't really see that much. See where Doe is positioned. Under this point, that means the only real angle for the sniper to take is the other one, but AF. Early headshot there onto Boulder means that he could just find another one onto Pandemic, as Jordan is gonna go in. Bit of a sack, losing his life to Blank, but we are kind of chilling if we're my project. It's a minute now left on the clock, and NANDEM really have found no way to get in on this blast. They're just gonna send in a soldier. Oh, he does get forced. Now, it's a bit scary. Both soldiers are down here. Haunt and Ladok sacrificing themselves for sentry gun uber charge. I think maybe NANDEM, are they going to go for this without soldiers?
Vanu's on the prowl. He's got a bunch of crits. I think he has 3 or 5 of them to go with. Jordan tried to jump through, but Blank perfectly times that sticky detonation. And Vanu decides not to go for it. It is very difficult to get through a door here. But
it's 40 seconds. NANDEM have this Uber advantage to work with, right? This is their one shot, their one opportunity to try and make everything work, and there's an Uber straight onto blank here as gun is up, but it's not a level 3. That means it's so much easier to take out. A lot of cap time coming in already. The soldiers come through onto the point,
Oh,
but
the point
unfortunately Heavy blasted off, and NANDEM respond. It took them a map and a half, but they're up on another round as J-Max has decided to take a bit of a break. Trust us, guys. Just rolling out the mid. Happened
It was
at an
incredible, guys.
opportune
You should have
moment.
seen it. It was so cool. It was great. No, they just put a ton of pressure on the point. Like Vano was hiding in spawn with his revenge crits, just ready to pounce on them. But before he could even get out there, point had just gotten capped out. So really great play there. So let's keep an eye onto KN here. See if he does it again. Looks like he is doing it. Never mind. Actually, going to go slow this time around.
You're going to have to keep casting this, Peter. I only have an OBS feed, so...
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So we actually have Arcades being jumped here by Jordy. Still alive. KN jumps as well. Eventually, Arcades will go down. But that is the only pick so far. Hunch dies as well. It's basically a 4-on-4, but there's a medic here in the form of Doey for my project. They are just waiting right outside in Valley. They don't want to go through this choke. It's sticking it off. Mid actually gets captured out here as Pandemic will die as well. So there we go. It is a 1 mid essentially. The logs are going to show it's a 1 mid for NANDEM, but actually it was a 1 mid for my project. Make no mistake about it. They just played it very, very slowly there, and the fact that mid got capped out is not really that relevant.
It's Arcades dying super late on that mid as well, right? And this is giving Doey massive Uber advantage to work with. They're looking... has to kind of respond with another round of their own, but Horns on this sniper in the lower is putting on so much pressure here. Look how far back they're playing. They're not even going to alley.
Oh, they're about to Uber in here now. Oh, the bounce on ALX. ALX wanted to jump in. I think he's going to get this sniper. Yeah, okay. But basically, beautiful, beautiful bouncing here. So they do still manage to get 2 picks off of this. Do they want to go into last? There is an Uber just looming in the distance here. A case on 95%. But I wouldn't be opposed to them just getting that one out of the way.
Okay. It's just KN in onto the point there, right? Gets a really nice juggle, and that's a force coming in. Have to pop that for the side of NANDEM in fear, but that's Boulder. Finding 2 as we're cleaning up, but this is a 0.5 cap. You really want this cap now, NANDEM. Reset that immediately, because that's very scary, that beat there.
Yeah. you have a bit of a sweat on your brow on that one. As they go through Valley now, want to get in here. Actually, some really nice space has been bought here from Larnox, but Haunts will end up trading here as well. Yeah, that's going to be that. Both soldiers down. There's just no way they can contest this, as I say, as they contest it. Oh. As they take down Blank. It's all the demo man. That's enough. They really wanted the medic there, but Arcades always kept his distance. Larnox is behind lines. Not sure what he's going to be able to do here, but he could just find a 1v1 with a scout, but I have a fear that it might just be a 2v1. Yeah, it is eventually going to get picked off here, but Arcades, while all that was happening, he has a full Uber advantage now.
Yeah, this is now Arcades pushing in onto middle here. Decent early damage done by Boulder, who's looking to just lead the scout solo. Fortunately, disconnected ever so slightly with his medic friend there. As now, this is going to allow Doey to come right back out. They're looking to really take this space. This is Larnox down, and another Haunson behind means that unfortunately for NANDEM, they just kind of have to back off onto second. As Doey now, big advantage. I think they're going to be looking to keep this rolling. Look at the stickies though. Blank so aggressive here onto alley.
Might get picked off for it though. This is a very aggressive position here. Linus comes in, but doesn't really fully connect, but Haunts comes in as well, gets 0 damage onto Doey. So this is just chilling. Looking so strong. Arcade's on 70%, but they had to give off the second point. They could still keep on going here on my project, and they are.
They could just dot push this, right? Arcade still doesn't have. They're sending a scout to this point, and there's so much cap time. No one's there for the side of NANDEM. Arcade's just barely getting their Uber. The rockets are coming out, doing a lot of work actually there. On to that soldier who's now stuck up. As KN is so far up in the air, just waiting for a bow. He can just sit and spam this for now. But Doey doesn't have time. Finally, he can jump down on his own, try to find rockets, but it's not enough. It's ALX super, super low bumps, and he finds almost everyone. Arcade's at the very end with the salvage play. Oh my god.
That was so close. Those pipes were clutch.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, no one was there to really come in and finish off that medic. So Lardox won't be able to spawn, hold it off in time. And that's going to be another clutch hole. But I really like the dot push there. It almost worked. Like, see, look how much time is on that point. I think that's why Vano has actually gone spy. He can just uncloak on the point if they decide to push out and leave, right? But
it's just still very scary. I mean, there's no like stickies on point either, right? So this is a pyro up, and the Uber just comes in straight away. You're just looking to force as much cap time as you can, and then maybe just sneak it with a spy. Look at AF in onto the point. He's captured already. Vanu uncloaks, and unfortunately immediately taken down. No, never mind. It's a pistol kill onto Pandemic as Jordy can bomb forward, but the health bars are just so much more favorable for NANDEM here. Half HP on everyone across the entire side of my project. Boulder with a bit of a cleanup there on to KN as he falls, and now ALX 40 HP. Also still on second. They got so close there once again.
Yeah, it's some real chaos pushes here as Jordy just takes a peek in, see what the setup is, gets back out. Ubers are still a long way off. This is not a big enough Uber ad here for a case to actually push off of. See Pandemic's on Sniper, just gonna hold in. And Vanu, see if he can win this Sniper duel here against Pandemic. He's gonna go in there at some point. I think there's just some spy checking going on with Hans. Yeah. He's just checking it out. I see no other shenanigans on the side of my project outside of Vanu being on Sniper here. So he's just gonna have to get some work done, but he's being incredibly passive so far.
Yeah, not really ready set up by his team as he's just looking at Shutters for now. The side really going aggressive. There we go. Shutters now peaked, and unfortunately neither side really finding a shot. Demic on the counter sniper is 75% HP. It means that he is go down quite fast. Should he get peaked a bit too aggressively here? But there we go. Headshot onto Vanu. Not a kill though. It's just a quick scope. Stays alive. The other side really looking, or really finding all that much. This is my project now, this time around, on the back foot. Opposite situations as opposed to last map, where they were up around for a lot of time. NANDEM unable to come back, able to convert the last push, but this time it's all eyes on Vanu maybe. Finds some kind of a hero play to unlock the door for his team, but unfortunately Pandemic just doesn't want better, shuts him down. This is my project still struggling for an answer here onto this last point.
Time is ticking down on them. It's about 1 minute and 45 seconds. And then the round resets here. And they want to just take it as slowly as possible here on NANDEM. They're up one round. So I think they're going to do absolutely nothing to try and push this. So the question just is, what are you going to do about it here? I really kind of want to see both soldiers bomb in, and then just switch to man threats and try and get the Uber force out. I think that's at least something you can do here, because they're being so slow right now. Look how far back they are. They're not even trying to go for a play. It kind of looks like they're setting up for just an Uber push. Okay, we actually have a parachute. That's something. All right, they're trying things.
Have a parachute up, but I think you're right. We're just looking to kind of maybe try and take a trade and then just win in the post Uber. You can see KN now. We're towards that far right area, but NANDEM should be expecting this, right? They know what's coming. It's an Uber straight in through Shutters and straight onto the sentry gun of Boulder. Taken down already. It's a lot of cap time here from the scout. Actually getting out alive here, but it's AF now. Traded across as the Uber comes forwards out of arcades in the return. But there's no kills here for the side of my project, and that means that they now have 30 seconds to try and make something happen. No Uber on either side, but it's a lot of cap time for them. Boulder just up on the heavy, and I think he's going to be sitting here for an extra 30 seconds to try and keep this away. No, he's backing off.
Well, what's better than a heavy for defense? Okay, I guess a pyro makes some sense. I think they're expecting another bomb in here. About 10 seconds remaining. So maybe the idea is if you can just air blast people off the point, they can't get time on it, and time will run out. But there's still quite a bit of time here on it. Uber's going to come in. They pressure the heavily on point. As actually, they do actually have an Uber ad here.
Wait, this is super close though, Peter. Look at the health bars. They're not bad. They're just going to wipe them instead on last. It's one player up, and it's not enough. My project, 2 seconds left on the round timer. But somehow, some way, I can't believe they won that.
Somehow they just managed to build Uber way faster. I didn't even have eyes on it. I just didn't figure that was going to be an actual consequence of anything that was going on, but it was just absolutely a factor. And there we go. 1-1. Still have 3.5 minutes remaining. NANDEM definitely slipped on a banana peel there, really threw a big advantage, big opportunity here. So now they're just going to have to earn it the old-fashioned way by winning another round. KN tries to go for the speed jump, doesn't really succeed.
Yeah, this is now a bit of a difficult middle here for the side of my project to play. The skip jump fails means that Lardox is super far forwards, but never mind. It's a dead blank once again, and actually it's a dead arcade. It's a bomb in onto Dowie that doesn't find anything. Instead now Dowie, 50 HP in his own house as the rest of his team rings true. It's just one boulder coming in. It's a really nice couple shots onto ALX, but unfortunately, kills are found. And Mal Project now are smelling blood in the water. They're smelling victory, able to grab it from right under NANDEM's noses. It's 2.5 minutes left. They can just try to win Prem right here and right now.
It's so cruel, Wandom. They were behind 2 minutes ago, and now they're just perfectly in a situation set up for them to win Prem. And here we go. They've come in. They've taken down Pandemic, and they're just going to put time on the point, and that's going to be that. 2.5 minutes remaining. It's not over yet, but this is just the most evil way to win a Prem Grand Finals, I feel.
It's so difficult for NANDEM, right? But I think the one, weirdly enough, the one saving grace of that round is that they lost so fast, we have time to go again. This is still 2 minutes, right? They can still play this if they want to, but it requires them to get out on top of this mid, win it dominantly, like my project did, and they have to roll it all the way back to the enemy loss immediately here.
Alright, Dan fails the speed jump again. I'm just looking for Arcades. Arcades needs to stay alive on this mid. It is the #1 priority. If he dies, they're just not going to have an Uber to go into last. They don't have time to build a new Uber. So if you can get the enemy medic, you're good. But it looks like they're actually just winning mid anyway here. As just the bombers in just don't do anything. Nice block is there from Jordy. Somehow gets both scouts.
Oh, and the bomb from KN comes in as well. It's massive damage here. Arcades is living, but it's just, they take so much ground early on, and unfortunately they're just not able to keep their players alive. Forced to back off into their own house, and my project, they're completely content with just finding those frags. Now, 1.5 minutes separating them from an ETF2L Grand Finals victory here in the Prem. It would be a first time for basically everyone on the team. I actually believe literally everyone on the team, besides maybe KN. But to be honest, I don't even think KN has won the Grand Finals yet. I think it's everyone looking to go for their first victory here, as we're just in on last. Lardox traded down across here as well. It's just Boulder trying to find this kill to the soldier, and he can't even make that happen. It's Jordy finally cleaned up by Pandemic, but this is chaos onto the enemy last. Joey is in a 1v3 on Medic.
Yeah, this is looking really bad for my project in terms of pushing last, but they've wasted so much time here that there's just no way they're gonna get pushed onto their own last, right? Like, this is too slow. There's still 30 seconds remaining. This is possible. There's an Uber ad on Arcades as well. They just need to push fast. It is technically possible. Varner gets taken down. All right. This is doing it.
They have to go so fast. They have to go so fast, and my project didn't contest second because they're just looking to contest mid instead. It's Jordy in behind now. Lardox down already. This is so many players lost for NANDEM as they try to push forwards. They thought that the season could just be theirs, but they definitely have the strongest roster. We come into this now. The wipe comes through in onto the enemy team of my project, but it's too little, too late. From the jaws of the freeze, my project come back in 2 maps. They are, well, first time, I believe, as well, Premiership champions.
We go. Dowie's the best medic in Prem. Confirmed. Well done by them. 2-0 in maps, but they only won by what, 3-1 overall in points. They won both maps by a single point there. So it was close. It was a good finals. Well played. Lots of fun. It was slow, but it was also messy and kind of fun to watch. Got to give him to that. So let's take a look at some logs and maybe hear if Mac has some super smart words to say about these. Mac, what did you see?
As a round off my prediction, and I didn't see much. Dowie had some funny forces to haunts. I think that's from picking his nose, but other than that, just another map of Metalworks.
Yeah, truly. I really love them. We saw KN do the speed jump one time, and then he failed it every other time. But it was the first time he did it right.
Yeah.
So surely it was just in the mind of Blank every single mid after that, right? It's kind of the most important one to hit.
I don't know what else to say. The last pushes were good from both sides. There weren't many opportunities for them, but whenever there was one, they tended to convert. So yeah, standard map of metal.
Mac, we saw a bit of a parachute gameplay out of Jordy. How do you feel about that parachute?
That weapon's crazy. It's super good on. I like seeing it outside of last for once. So that was interesting. It didn't look as good as it does on last, like defensively. We saw it on both maps on the last holds. It's a good weapon. I don't know why we unbanned it.
It was super broken, right? When you can turn it on and off again. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think it's still broken now. It's like weird. There's just a soldier sitting in the skybox, and you can't really do much about it. You can just like chip him down and see if he dies.
Yeah, it's like weirdly hard to hit. Still.
Yeah. You know, slow map of metal. Grand final. It was pretty much everything I thought it was going to be.
Are you happy for your boys? If they finally got the dub?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if I had to. If I can go out and be biased yet. So yeah, I'll say, you know, good for them. Good on the boys. Doey's career pedigree is now the same as mine. That's crazy. A good thing. Yeah. The dub club.
Were you nervous? Because for most of that map, NANDEM was ahead, right, and holding their last. There was about 5 minutes remaining, and they were looking solid on last. And then they just didn't build UBERFEST enough to hold off that one last push, and they lost 2 rounds super quickly. Were you nervous at all?
I really wasn't. I don't know. I could see something coming. Like, but both sides do it. It's like it's a classic thing. Like when you have to get going, you end up figuring out something. If you're in a Prem Grand Final. Tends to be, unless it's like a massive mismatch in like quality, which there wasn't here. That's why both sides ended up having like mini comeback type things. And this was a proper comeback. They got 2 rounds in the last 5 minutes, right? 4 minutes.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And NANDEM almost did it as well. Just 1 minute off it, basically.
All right. Most important question here. This is where you have to pick favorites. Who was the man of the match for you?
Ooh. Alex had a really big Metalworks. I was paying attention to the scoreboard, like 3 DOMs throughout like most of it. Good KD. Low damaging map, but like did good there. AF seemed to have a good series in general. Got loads of kills on both maps. I'm looking at it now, and it's all soldier kills, so I don't really care.
How many of these were sentry kills? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the soldiers had pretty good games in general. Especially on like the winning side, I guess. They won the map for it. Man of the match, let's go ahead and throw out AF on the whole.
AF, congratulations.
Yeah. Well done, little guy.
That's the most coveted prize right there. It's not the ETF2L Pixel Trophy. It's the adoration of your adoring fans.
I love AF.
Speaking of adoring fans, if you guys want to go be adoring fans in person, maybe, or even playing, we just had a LAN announced. I don't know if you checked your Discord DM or Discord notifications earlier. Check Twitter, maybe. You check TFTV like just now. DCS just posted, guys, we're going to Stuttgart. I don't think I said that right.
Oh,
we're going to Germany again. UBERFEST 2.
Stuttgart.
Take a look around you. This is our stage, our time. We waited months for this. Gazzy, re-peeking here, sees a shot. Oh my god! We're gonna do it again!
Now go.
I'm not a fan of that little intro there, because I'm getting domed there and there's other people lifting that cup, but...
Can you imagine hitting like a sick double air pipe and we're just not gonna use it in the video? Yeah, too bad, Mac.
Not gonna happen. Don't hit shots.
But it is going to be November 20th to November 23rd. I believe it is a €2,500 prize pool as well. See at the league camp in Stuttgart. We're working with Being Esports again. I'm really excited about that. I loved Being Esports people last time, and they were amazing. The venue was great. It's obviously a different venue. We're no longer in Dortmund. We're in Stuttgart instead. Yeah. Very excited for this one.
Different feel. It's like it's not even Stuttgart. It's like a little town outside of Stuttgart in like the industrial area. It's called Weiblingen. It's pretty fun looking. It's like there are fields like a 2-minute walk away,
That's beautiful.
Land picnic. It's like
Exactly.
the winter though, so I don't know. It might be hard.
It might be really cold.
Snowball
Rainy,
fight.
probably.
If there's
Yeah. Snowball fight in the field next door.
There's snow in late November in Germany. Could be.
Sometimes. Yeah, I don't think the odds are that good for it, but it can happen.
Could happen. I hope everyone in chat who's been talking any kind of smack throughout the whole season shows up to LAN.
They
Across
never
the board.
do.
If you've talked any kind of smack to anyone, come. I will do it in person, you know, we'll hash it out. Maybe we'll crash out.
Some
Yeah,
Wonder
boxing
is
make it
very
gloves.
funny when he's drunk, so definitely come check
True.
that out. I don't know if I'm going to be there yet, but I'm hoping I will be able to.
I will be there.
I'll be there no matter what.
It's beautiful.
Hell yeah. That's the football player.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Mbappe, bro.
I thought it was Cole Palmer.
No, man. Mbappe. You know Mbappe? Kylian?
Nah.
Ah,
Is
get
that
out
the
of
guy
here,
who plays
man.
Counter Strike, or is that a different guy?
No, that's Kasuki, bro. Or some, I don't know.
Alright. I think we should end it here, maybe.
Yeah.
Guys, please come to UBERFEST.
Yeah.
We're
Actually,
gonna
I
be back
have
tomorrow.
I have
We have
to
Division
address
1 grand
Juno in
finals.
chat. I have to address Juno in chat first. He asked, when's the season 29 video? I just want to say, half the season has not had the demos uploaded for this AFS season. I think there's 2 demos for the entire season that have been uploaded. Like, I can't make videos without demos, but I'll probably make a video for both seasons at some point. It's going to be super short. If you want to be in it, I guess you can still send me stuff, but they're going to be very disappointing. So look forward to that. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Yep. See you at, guys. Tomorrow, again, reminder, Division 1 Grand Finals, featuring casters who are casting. But that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be very exciting. Obviously, please see you at. Very, very
I'm
nice. To see as
casting
many,
that one, yeah, I should have said.
many as possible.
And warped. Let's go.
Let's go. Everyone,
Tune in
see
for a
you
great
at
time.
the Stanford Spoons. That's where LAN happens.
Stanford?
Oh, what one? Which one was it?
Stansted?
Stansted? Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing, kind of.
You're gonna bait me again, man.
Gonna
Let's
pull
go
a poppy
offline,
show up to the
J-Max.
wrong
Take us off
town.
the air.